Police responded after a young man was slashed in the face inside a home. Witnesses say an 18-year-old woman struck him with a bladed object, causing deep wounds and permanent scarring. Officers later found the suspect. Here's what happened.
Bailee here?
No, she's not.
She's not here? So Bailee, right, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Alright, you took her to...
Texas, one of her friends.
You know what Bailee did today?
Not the full story.
You just picked her up randomly and...
I was told that she needed a ride and it was urgent.
Okay.
So can you tell me, because I could show you my phone of what she said to me within the 48 hours.
So Bailee stabbed somebody today, and the kid is in the hospital, which is now why we sound dexed you, found your truck, came here, and here we are. I have multiple people giving statements, and now here we are. All right. Did you know this already? Because I'm sure you picked her up and said, hey, it's an emergency. No. You didn't ask what happened?
Yeah, no, I wanted to know what happened, but at the same time, she was crying. It seemed very
She had any blood on her?
It was very dark.
Very dark?
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, cool.
I'm just a little mama bear, but can I ask you who she stabbed?
I can't. I gotta wait for that right now. That young man is in the hospital right now, and he's about to go for surgery and everything. Appreciate it if you don't reach out to her. Give me a little head start here because I get it. Cell phones are the key. That's what's gonna beat me before Motorola's gonna beat. But this is a very serious thing, and there's a gentleman in the hospital that doesn't deserve to be there. So if you could not let her know that I'm on my way, I would appreciate that.
She texted me just completely randomly Thursday at 8:55 in the morning because I told him, and she literally just like went off on me like, bitch, like, I mean, she went crazy on me. I'm just like, excuse me? And so I kind of shared everything with Jason, and I'm like, and he called me and he's like, is this, I'm like, I don't even know how to tell Nikki right now because I wasn't home and...
The whole situation's fucked up, and there's a lot of, he said, she said bullshit when it comes to her home life. Yeah. And we don't know what transparent,
you can't tell us who she
At one.
She's 14. Yeah. She might be ready for retirement, but she's good, if you can tell.
But just so you know, she's not welcomed here.
94.
Go ahead.
Is it Bailee? How's it going today?
Good.
So I'm here to talk to you about what happened this afternoon.
Yeah.
And you want to give me your side of things? Friend? Sorry. The mom's boyfriend?
I'm dad, yeah.
Your dad? Okay.
Tonight, but her and her boyfriend were fighting, and her boyfriend pulled up, and they were arguing back and forth, and then it got physical, but no, I decided to leave and get out of there, and then by that time he was bleeding at the front door while I was trying to get my stuff out, and I'm not sure how that went down, but I decided to get out, and they told me I couldn't stay there anymore either, because their parents were freaking out, but I know he went to the hospital.
She was talking about breaking up with him and stuff?
Yeah, and he got like all defensive and started putting his hands on her. I don't know what happened from there besides when he showed up to the door bleeding because I went inside at that point.
Okay.
But
would you mind giving a written statement?
Of course.
So what's this about?
You're telling me they were fighting and he's at the hospital now. And so I'm trying to piece all the pieces together. I haven't made it to the hospital yet, so I don't have his side of things. I just spoke with your boyfriend, Nick.
Oh.
So that's where I came, but he doesn't know, he wasn't even there, to my understanding, right? He just picked you up because they said that you couldn't stay there?
Yeah, because something was going down in the kitchen, there was fighting, he was bleeding, so I just thought it'd be best to have somebody pick me up, and he has a truck, so all my stuff fit, but...
So what's the involvement with Bailee and you guys?
So she was there, and he has a significant laceration across his face, and he is right now under surgery.
Nothing like that happened.
You don't carry a little knife?
No, I do not. You're free to search my room, search any of my things. I don't have any sort of weapons. I don't carry any sort of knives. I mean, I'm little. I mean, when I saw him putting his hands on her, all I kind of did was try and grab him back.
So are they accusing, like, who is somebody accusing her?
Well,
of hurting this?
So I'm going to be honest here. So right now I'm sitting here trying to debate whether I'm going to be arresting you right now. Yes, you do. I have multiple people saying that you had a knife or some sort of blade and that you cut him.
Can I ask you too?
I can tell you all that in a little bit. I'm trying to want to make sure you're very clear on your side of what you're telling me because this is a very serious thing. You know, his laceration is he's going surgery right now.
I knew he was bleeding. I didn't know it was surgery bad. That's insane.
So, did you have a little blade? Did you have something sharp or broken glass?
Absolutely not. I have nothing on me.
Because
The only thing I had on me were my rings on my fingers, but
is one of your rings very sharp?
I can bring them down.
Are they sharp? I mean,
They're big rings. They're chunky, but
well, this is not. Yeah, I mean, we're talking multiple lacerations that are muscle tissue deep.
So you guys were coming here to arrest her?
I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I after we're done with this written statement, I am going to be taking you to the station, okay? You are going to be detained.
All right, hi Bailee. Okay, so I know that you had a chance to talk to the other officer. This is Officer Zorbis, and she's just going to collect some evidence, okay? Do you have any injuries on you in this altercation? No? Nothing on your hand? Can you show me your hands? Did you ever see this knife?
no. I had no clue there was a weapon involved until I saw him bleeding.
Okay. Did anyone tell you about a knife?
No.
So you didn't hear about the knife until when?
Until the cop showed up at my door. His boyfriend's in the hospital with a severe laceration on his face, and that they're asking me if I had a little mini knife.
Okay.
That's the first time I heard about it.
So here's the problem. The problem is that there's a lot of people involved, right? Like multiple people. It's not just your word versus his, okay? There's a lot of information, and a lot of it's consistent. Even what you're saying, a lot of the information is consistent, right? Like you're telling me a lot of the same things. It's just a couple little details are different, right? In Illinois, we have what's called felony review. Do you know what that means? Okay, so this would be considered an aggravated battery, which is a felony, okay, because a weapon was involved. And,
I need a lawyer?
but listen, I want to talk to you about this. So we have in Illinois what's called felony review. So we call the state's attorney and we give them information about the case. Like we say, this is what everybody's saying, okay? And a lot of times, you know, they might say, oh, all right, well, we're not going to do the felony charge. We're going to charge them with a misdemeanor, A, B, and C, or we're going to charge this thing. They can decide how it's going to get charged, whether it's going to be a felony or not, okay? But when we have somebody that we don't think is being truthful, then there's not a whole lot that we really can go off of. If somebody thinks that, just hear me out. If they don't think that somebody's being cooperative or, you know, somebody's holding back information, then they're gonna say, well, just charge them with a felony. I don't have any way of trying to like put in any good word information for you if I don't have your side of the story that I think is the true side, okay? And I don't think that you're telling me the true side of the story. And I understand that because, listen, I understand why you might be not telling me the truth because you're in a scary situation right now. Would you agree with that?
Yes, but can you understand why those people also would not be telling the truth?
I would like to hear about that, but I provided statements about what happened, okay? And everybody's saying the same thing except for you.
What's different from me?
Everybody is saying that you had involvement, and it's not just.
Then that makes no sense. The
How
only
did
two people that were out
who picked
there,
you up?
my friend, my boyfriend Nick.
Okay.
The only two people.
And what did you tell him?
I told him that something happened bad with my friend. They got in a fight. They told me I can't stay here, and then I begged him, pleaded with him to come and pick me up because it's late. He has to go to sleep. He's not, and I need to leave. I've only been there for a few days.
Okay, but they took you into their home, right?
Yes, and I've been 100% respectful. I've helped them clean, I've helped them with laundry, I've been there, like, we were just playing the trolling. He will tell her what not to wear. He will get mad at her for wanting to go to parties with her friends. Like, even wanting to hang out with a group of people that just so happens to be a boy. Like, he's controlling like that. He goes insane like that. And then she's obsessed with him, okay? So I'm not gonna let my friend go out there when her boyfriend was just violently screaming at her, spam calling her on the phone. That just seems wrong to me. But I didn't know how it was gonna play out, so I wanted to keep my distance. We walk up to the car, and she rolls down the window. He didn't even step out the car yet. They're just talking back and screaming at her, getting aggressive. They're going back and forth. He gets out of the car, and he puts his hands on her shoulders, shaking her, being like, why, are you crazy? Why are you trying to go to a party without me? Things like that, when he was saying on the phone, calling her names, and I was just sitting there like, I don't know what to do, because he's a tall guy. Like, all that I had on me were the rings on my finger, but I'm a weak girl. If I were to swing on him, I would have got my ass beat. And the way I had a feeling something was gonna happen. So then I walked inside through the garage, and I was like, something's going on outside. They were like, wait here. And then 2 seconds later, I kid you not, it was within the same minute, he walks into the front door, his face is bleeding, and they take him inside, realistically screaming, crying. So then I go back out, I'm like trying to find my phone or like whatever I dropped, my bag was out there, walk back in, and I go, like, they tell me I gotta go, so I grab all my stuff, and
Why would they tell you that?
they were trying to blame it on me the whole time, but I was not out there. I was not out there when it
What are you
happened.
suggesting happened?
I think that something they were fighting, maybe he got scraped up really bad, and they didn't know what to do besides go inside, go to the hospital.
Scraped up
But then
by
he was
what?
just calling me crazy. The way that they were talking to each other, it was violent, aggressive. Like, I was
Did
scared
you
to get
threaten
out
him
there.
on the phone prior
No,
to?
I was calling him names back after he called me crazy and all of that for just.
And he's saying, he's fully admitting that that happened, that he said things to you that he shouldn't have said, that were not very nice.
He was threatening us. It wasn't just him being a little mean.
Okay.
He was making threats.
Such as what?
Such as, I'm going to pull up, I'm gonna beat your ass, you wanna talk all of that, you're crazy, I'll show you crazy. Exactly what he said, I'll show you crazy.
And did you say, I'm gonna cut you with a little knife?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
At no point did I say I'm gonna cut you with a little knife, I'm gonna hurt you, I'm gonna stab you. Like, I had no weapon on me besides the rings on my fingers, but that is not going to cut somebody up that bad.
What were you doing at that point?
I was standing in the kitchen trying to be like, or not in the kitchen, but like a little bit outside. I didn't wanna, everybody was in there, it's tiny. So I was talking to, I'm like, what's happening? Like, what the hell? And she's like, I'm not stupid. Like, what did you do? Like this, that, like you gotta leave. And I'm like, what happened? Like, be real with me, be honest. Like, did somebody have something? And she was like, yes, yeah, like crying. And that's the only reason that I could see her ever thinking that I had something to do with it. But regardless, she had seen me before he had showed up to the door. So anything besides that is false.
Why couldn't you have, like, cut him before you went up to the door? Like, that could have happened. You could have cut him and then went up to the door while he was trying to figure out what was going on.
At no point did I go up to the door, and at no point did I cut him. I went through the garage.
That's what I'm saying, the door through the garage.
The Ring doorbell is at the front. He went through the front door. That's when you'll see him on the Ring doorbell holding his face bleeding.
That doesn't, whatever you're telling me, doesn't mean that you couldn't have cut him before you went into the garage. Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
But there's-
you could have cut him, gone
what?
into the garage.
With what?
Well, that's what I'm asking you. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, your story,
I see it.
your
It's just
story
like-
does not prove that you didn't do it.
And neither does theirs.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying everybody else is saying something similar.
They have no idea what really happened. I was
Based
the
on
only
things that
person
you've
that
said.
saw it. The kids last
So here's the
week.
thing, it seems like the two of you had the beef. It's
No.
not that, like, you
Absolutely
two
not.
had more, like, negative conversation. and I think that did not make him happy, and then you were saying things, he was saying things.
But it wasn't until after he kept repeatedly talking about me trying joking about that, laughing on the phone, saying he's gonna pull up, beat her ass, do this and that. And then he started talking about me after I was like, dude, that's not fucking cool. I don't know what you think you're on, but you're acting like a child. And he starts talking about, oh, Bailee, you're so fucking crazy. Like, you got all those cuts on your wrist, you tried to kill yourself. Shit like that. So, of course, it's the same dude that's gonna be saying some shit like that. And I have been working hard on myself. Go look at his grades, go look at where he's in his life. I've been trying. I plan on going to college. I plan on going to a esthetician cosmetology school this summer. Like, at no point would I have decided, this is a kid I don't know, I'm gonna cut him up because he said some mean shit to my friend. At no point would I have done that.
Well, you were defending your friend.
Verbally, sure, but would I have been able to physically hurt him? No. And I had no weapon on me whatsoever to be able to hurt him in the first place besides the rings on my hand. But they would not have been able to cut him like that.
Where are the rings right now?
At home.
Why'd you take them off?
Because I got home a while ago and took them off. I asked them if they wanted to see them. I asked them if they wanted to search my room. I am fine with it. You can go see the rings. You can search my room.
What were you wearing when you were over there?
I was wearing black ripped jeans, and it was like, I was wearing like a red top, and then not Letterman jacket, kind of, something like that, with some Hollister. But
where is that stuff now?
That's at my house.
Why did you change?
Because I got home and got comfy for the first time in a week. I thought maybe I can relax, maybe I can calm down. But then the cops fucking show up and they're trying to arrest me, and now I'm getting interrogated. Like, I don't understand. Regardless, I had way too much planned for my future. I just got kicked out of the house, and I was still going.
So your parents just
trying
said, come on back in tonight? They were like, that's fine?
No, I got back in tonight, and I was like, I am either staying here or I am on the street. And my mom wasn't home. She was the one who originally kicked me out, but she's a nurse. She's at work right now. So it's not like I could talk to her about it, but the way that it happened, she told me, like, get out of my house, don't come back, a few days ago, and she's like, I don't know what happened, but your mom said that she just meant for the night. She didn't mean for the whole year or whatever. Like, you can come back. And I didn't want to go back in the first place. But then when I got kicked out, I had nowhere to go besides back to my mom.
Where are the clothes right now at your house?
Yes.
In your room?
Yep.
Would there be any reason that those clothes would have blood on them?
No.
Things aren't gonna cause the kind of laceration that was on his face. So.
Down to the clothes. Take the clothes. He has issues.
Have you had any trouble in the past?
With him?
Yeah, just in general.
Yes, I just got home. I had no reason to want to hurt him. Yes, he might have made me sad and triggered me a little bit. Does that mean I would have cut him up and sent him to the hospital? No, not in a million years would I have hurt him. I didn't even know his last name. Like, I'm telling you the truth. And you could have the clothes and you could get all the evidence, but I just want to go home tonight.
Have you talked to your mom tonight?
She hasn't texted me since I moved out, or got kicked out.
So your dad just said, like, yeah, you can.
Because he didn't agree with what my mom did. Because it upset my brother too, really bad.
She is charged with aggravated battery, great bodily harm, aggravated battery, deadly weapon.
Thank you for watching CopCam Nation. Be sure to like and subscribe for more juicy content.